Morocco 2, Nigeria 3. Your WAFCON 2025 champions are the Super Falcons for the 10th time. This is their 10th final and their 10th victory in an unbelievable final that's just taken place. I still can't believe what I've just seen. Morocco, commiserations to the Atlas Lionesses. You fought your heart out from start to finish, and it really did look like this was going to be your moment, but it wasn't to be. The game had everything: controversy, drama, brilliant goals, just everything you could possibly ask for. A comeback as well. Nigeria had only conceded one goal in this tournament. That was a penalty in the semi-final round. They had been completely excellent, all defensively, all tournament. And yeah, they found themselves 2-0 down in this one. I'll run through the game. Najat Badri had a decent shot. That was over. That was in the 7th minute. And then the moment for Morocco that sent the crowd into raptures came from their superstar, Ghislaine Chebek, with a goal worthy of winning any final. She picked the ball up from a terrible clearance from the Nigerian defenders, picks it up just outside the box and curls one beautifully past Ndonzi in goal for Nigeria. A fantastic goal, right-footed curler, excellent stuff. And it got better for them. Nigeria really couldn't find their way to create any chances. And in the 24th minute, Sana Masoudi found herself one-on-one with the keeper, essentially. The ball from a cross on the right-hand side fell to her. The cross was from Giraidi, wasn't cleared away. She collected the ball, and one left-footed finish drags it into the bottom corner. 2-0 to Morocco. I couldn't believe my eyes. Nigeria were losing in a WAFCON final. This doesn't happen. This never happens. And, well, yeah, it almost got worse for them as well when Sakina Ouzraoui had a decent chance for Morocco right at the end of the first half as well. Morocco were in control. They were defending well, limiting Nigeria to only headed chances from Ihe Zuo in the 37th minute. That was really the best thing that Nigeria could muster in the first half. They needed to get their act together in the second, and they did. They were the better team in the second half for sure. They came out, they made a few substitutions, and they found their way back into the game through, what I will say, during the tournament, there was a lot of murmurings before this game that Morocco were perhaps getting a little bit of fortunate calls from the referees during the tournament. They have had 4 penalties, 4 in their first 4 games. They didn't have one in the semi-final against Ghana. So a lot of people were worried that maybe some of the officiating might be dubious and in their favour. On this occasion, there were 2 massive calls in the game, and both of them fell to the Nigerians. The first one, there was a cross from Folashade Ijemelusi on the right-hand side, which Nuhaila Benzina handled in the box. And yeah, after a VAR decision, it was given to Nigeria as a penalty, a lifeline, a chance to get back into the game, which Esther Okoronkwo, my player of the match, tucked away brilliantly in the 65th minute. Just under half an hour for Nigeria to get themselves back into the game, and they did just that. Esther Okoronkwo went on a brilliant run herself just 6 minutes later. Probably should have had a shot on goal, but she didn't. She passed it to her teammate Folashade Ijemelusi for a tap-in. 2-2. Game on. 20 minutes to go to find a winner. It was unbelievable stuff. What else did we have? Ouzraoui had another great shot on target in the 69th minute. Morocco weren't out of it. They were giving it their all, but Nigeria did have the better of the chances. Drama unfolded yet again in the 78th minute when Morocco were given a penalty themselves. Oluwatosin Demahine was adjudged to have handled the ball in her own box. 2 handballs in the game. Both of them were given. It was a bizarre turn of events because it took 3 minutes for the referee to sort of clear everybody out of the penalty area. Ghislaine Chebek was getting ready and prepared to take a very important penalty kick for her nation to potentially win their first ever WAFCON. And then VAR got involved and called the referee over to overturn the decision. Basically, the attacker from Morocco kicked the ball, but Demahine was only a yard away from her. It did strike her hand, but it was kind of adjudged to being it was far too close for her to do anything about it. Her hand's in a natural position. So the referee overturned her initial decision. It was bizarre. Ghislaine Chebek was ready to take the penalty, had to wait another 3 minutes just to be told that she couldn't take the penalty. Crazy stuff. 2-2, about 5 minutes to go, and then the breakthrough happened. Esther Okoronkwo on the free kick, this time just outside the box in the 88th minute, dinks the ball in perfectly into the path of Joe Echegini to half volley it right into the bottom corner. The Super Falcons score their third goal. They come back from 2-0 down to win this breathtaking final. I'm so happy with this performance from both teams. It was a final worthy of all finals. I was so happy to have covered this tournament, and for this to be the final matchup, to see Nigeria just show why they are the superpowers of this continent when it comes to the women's game, and in dramatic fashion, heartbreaking fashion for Morocco. I really do feel for them, because this was a very, very good game. It could have gone either way. Another night, we could have seen Morocco hold on for a 2-0 victory. They were really that impressive. So, yeah, commiserations to the Atlas Lionesses. We will see you host the next tournament as well, which I will certainly be watching as well. This tournament has opened my eyes to the brilliant game that is the women's football matches across the continent, across the world, not just in Europe, of course. So, yeah, very, very happy with how you played this tournament. I obviously feel awful for you that you had to lose it in such a dramatic fashion, but it wasn't to be. The over-conquering, overwhelming prowess that is Nigeria's women's football team wins it yet again. Congratulations to Nigeria.